Greetings and happy Martin Luther King Day to you, 2022. In this video, we're going to just show you how to quickly make a box. And this week, one of the things we're going to do is make a box. I'd like for you to do what I'm about to do, but also just know that this is a practice, and we're going to make a better box, a more complex and maybe meaningful box soon. So I'm making a rectangle. I'm just dimensioning it 4 by 2, and I'm going to finish the sketch. I'm going to extrude this up little box height, right? So how about 2.5? So there we go. So now I've got this rectangular prism. I'm going to insert a plane, and I'm just going to pull this down 1/2 inch and say okay. All right, why did I do that? Well, check this out. Fusion is so cool. This one's called split body, and what you want to do is select your body, select your splitting tool, which is the plane, and just say okay. And if it worked out right, we should have 2 bodies now. Let's go check it out in the browser over here. We got body 1 and body 2. Great. The next step for a simple box, I mean, you can mess around. You can put fillets on all these edges, whatever you want to do to make it the way you want it. But here's the key. We made this one prism. We're going to now move just this top boy up, and so we can see inside the box. The box is solid, so let's go ahead and shell it. Turn on shell up here, and then click this surface. The wall thickness, what do you think? How about for a 3D printed object, maybe the minimum wall thickness you want to do is about 0.15, a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch, maybe 1/8 of an inch. 1/5 of an inch works really well for 3D printed objects. But keep in mind, I just made that wall thickness 0.15, because the next step is to make a little insert so that the lid of the box, boom, stays on the box. So I'm going to go ahead and take body 1 and just make it invisible. Flip this around. I'm going to put a sketch right on this underside. Let's go ahead and do that. And if you haven't done this already, under Create, way down at the bottom is a thing called Project. And what I want to do is just project all the edges of this box. So now instead of tracing or drawing lines or making a rectangle, I just quickly got that rectangle by projecting that edge. Go ahead and use an offset. I'm going to drag it in, and this is your magic number. Negative, because we're going in that direction, 0.157. I think that's right. 7/1000ths of an inch. Is that right? I'm trying to remember. It was 7/1000ths or 7/100ths. In any case, we're going to go with 7/1000ths and just say OK. Now I've got another rectangle on the inside. I'm going to finish the sketch and extrude that out just a little bit. 1/2 inch is way too much. I'm going to go 0.25, 1/4 of an inch. Turn the other one back on. You can see now I've got a lid that's going to fit in there. One of our students in first trimester, his name's Nick, he was playing around and never given up. And we kind of, between Nick and Nico and the other guys and girls, we figured out that 7/1000ths of an inch, and don't quote me on that, is the great number. So what that means is that if you design something with that amount of difference, they will fit together and they will do what's called an interface fit or a snug fit. Anyhow, the lid is going to go into the bottom of the box, and it's going to stay put. Like, you could turn the box upside down, and the lid's not going to fall off. It's not going to jiggle. So that number is really important because it works. Okay? So your job after watching this video is to do what I just did. Use the split body tool to make a box that has a little insert, and just keep in mind we're about to make a better box or a different box using the same kind of steps by the end of the week.